Okay guys, we got a 2010 Ford F150. This truck is showing an output speed sensor. I'm going to show you how to put that output speed sensor on there. The code on it is a P0722 and a P0720. Both of those codes refer back to the output speed sensor. So I'm going to put that output speed sensor on there and erase these codes out, take it down the road and see how it does. But let me show you how to put that output speed sensor on there. Okay guys, we're going to pull this output speed sensor out. I got the new one here. Customer brought it with him. This is what we're replacing. Let me show you how to get this thing out there. You got to be very careful with these, and I'll tell you what you need to be careful with. This bolt that goes back, that holds this little speed sensor in, it's bad about corroding up, and if you don't watch, you can break that off in the case and you have really got big issues then. So be careful trying to get that bolt out of there. I'm actually going to shoot 2 videos on this truck today. We have a neutral safety switch that went bad on it, and this neutral safety switch it's really hard to pull out of gear. So you want to look at my other video if you're having any issue like that of getting a truck and you think it's the cable or something getting the truck in and out of gear. So anyway, let's change this output speed sensor. It's just a 8mm or 5/16, whichever one you got that you can get on there and get a good hold. This one broke right loose. Sometimes they do, sometimes they're really hard, and sometimes I have had them break off. Right on the top of this, I don't know if you can see my finger there. Can you see what there is a tab on the top. You pull it down, just kind of pinch it together like that. You may have to push in and then back out to unplug it. And then let me get this little bolt out of here. That's what you got to watch. That little bolt will tighten up on the way out, and if it starts doing that, you better kind of work it back and forth. Put a little bit of WD-40 or something on it to kind of help you out. But there's the bolt. This speed sensor's in there tight. I was a little bit worried about this. I was worried about this speed sensor because I dropped the pan down on this thing and changed the fluid first, and the magnet had some really big chunks of metal on it, and I was worried about there being big chunks of metal on the end of this and causing a speed sensor. These don't go bad, you know, that often, and seeing that metal in there kind of scared me. So anyway, we're going to replace this. Like I said, this is the new one. I'm going to put just a little bit of assembly goo on that. So I got a little assembly goo so it'll slide back in there a little easier. If you got just a little bit of grease or something you want to put on there, transmission fluid, anything to just kind of help that seal kind of go back in there without pinching it or binding it up. Put your little bolt back in there. Yep, and then just plug it back up. I'm going to check the wiring on this coming down to it around this area right here. I don't see anything right off, but I am going to check it a little further back up through there and just make sure. If there's a wiring issue, I'll put it at the end of this video, but I don't think it's a wiring issue. I just think that the speed sensor is bad. So please subscribe.